in these wild exchanges, that's when Kelvin's at his best.
Yes, he's doing well there.
Oh, he goes high. Look at that.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Adesanya's attention. He heard Adesanya retreat. He's in Kelvin Gastelum.
He is in trouble.
That is the most thrill we've ever seen Israel Adesanya for sure in a fight. The most adversity he's ever felt.
He's been hurt twice this fight.
Yes.
It's the power of Kelvin Gastelum.
But really hurt in that round.
Yes, he's hurt bad.
Why don't most people subscribe to wanting to find out what their capacity looks like and go at the highest level? They enjoy the story, but why don't they want to commit to it?
Because they rather participate.
Why?
They want to just participate. They want to participate in somebody else's win, because that's where their euphoria comes from. Because they want to see they know what winning feels like, but what it takes to go down that unforgiving race to winning, they don't want to do, because it's just too hard. So they rather stay in the middle. They rather stay, because that's where majority of the comfort is.
When you entered the 5th round against Kelvin, you said, "I'm ready to die."
I looked at him, and I remember I call it Ese Diablo. He was looking at me, and he just had this like look, and he's just swinging his hands. And I said, "You're not gonna beat me. I'm prepared to die." And I meant that, man. I swear to God on my life, I meant that. I'm even getting goosebumps thinking, see that?
I'm getting goosebumps.
Everybody wants to be seen until it's time to be seen. In order to win, you have to be seen. And once everyone can see you, you become a target.
As you're driving around Vegas this week, going down the strip, what's it like to see in the fight capital of the world your face as the A side on a big numbered pay-per-view?
Yeah, I mean, there's a video I put on my story. I feel bad for people who don't like me, because they can actually see me everywhere. I feel, like, I know some people who don't like me personally in my city of Auckland, and unfortunately I'm everywhere, and yeah, it sucks to be them.
And you can look at any successful person, any person that's going for more wins, that's going for their full potential. And they sit back, and you have times and you're just like, why am I doing this? And then it may hit you for a split second, but then you become, I know exactly why I'm doing this. Those other people, when they say, why am I doing this? That why wins.
When you're afraid of something, you have to master it. That's how you start to overcome it. When I get to that point where I want to quit, the mind tells you, let's go home. Let's take a warm shower. Let's get some food. This is not right. This is that. If you cannot answer the questions at that moment, if I didn't have the answer to respond to my mind and say why I'm here, why I'm doing this, you will always lose that fight. You have to have the response to what your mind is going to tell you. A lot of people think self-talk works. It does, but it doesn't work without the suffering before your mind starts saying we need self-talk. So what I tell myself is I go back to the months and years of preparation to get to that day. And I'm telling myself, it's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm looking at my shoes, and I want to go out there and run 30 miles. I have to, in that second, in that moment of this self-talk, my mind saying, you gotta find more, you gotta find more. I once again calm down, go back into my mind, and I have to reflect back on the shit I did to get here. And that becomes my self-talk. Self-talk does not work unless it is real. Most of us lie to ourselves in the self-talk. It doesn't work. It has to be real. It has to be something that you've done to make it really work.
We all have two people. We have the easy voice, which is that 20% telling yourself that I'm easy at 90% of my full potential, maybe 100% at that 20%. That's that voice that we all love. That's that very comfortable voice, that's that mommy holding you saying it's gonna be okay. Doesn't care how good you are, just loves you. Just loves you no matter how messed up you are in life. That's where you wanna be at. So that's that one voice. This other voice that we walk very far away from is the voice saying, hey man, you ain't doing shit. So we try to get this voice out of our head completely. And we live over here in this land. So what you have to do first is turn up this voice over here. The voice saying things to you that aren't nice. That it's in our head saying, you know what, man, dude, you're not doing shit. I'm not saying to put yourself down. I'm saying listen to the truth. And the truth isn't in the 20%. The truth is in this other part of your brain saying, look, man, you're wasting a bunch of percentage here. We have 80 more percent that we're not tapping into, because in this other 80% is suffering, pain, failure, self-doubt, darkness, and then a whole bunch of light. But to get to this light, you gotta go through all of this shit. This from 20 to 100%, this shit in between is not fun. So we decided to live over here. So everybody goes, how do you do that? You know exactly how to do that. You know exactly, it's not a magic trick. It's all back down to a very primitive mindset of we just have to do. That's how you have to live your life. When that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, your mind says no. You just say, it's just what we do. It's what we do now. That's your new norm. And then once you do this over and over and over again, it becomes like breathing. I don't want to live this lifestyle, but to get to the other side of this, I have to.
I signed my death warrant right there. I was like, look, if this is how I die, this is how I die. But you see me, I was trying to get him. I was trying to kill him. I knew, because for me, if I'm ready to die, I'm ready to kill. You have to be willing to give something up as well.
You gotta ask yourself, what's your why? What motivates you? What pushes you? What drives you? And if that thing is internal, if nobody has to call you, if nobody has to prize you, if nobody has to reward you, if nobody has to give you anything, if you are self-motivated and self-regulated, you can have it, you can be it, you can do it.